down here.
Though it's time for our favorite segment on Mondays. Who ate on Sunday? Swagu, bust it up first.
Oh, I'm going to hit the Quan. Saquon Barkley. Listen, this play, bro, this play, and I know it's been talked about ad nauseum, and maybe it's the opposite of bust that thing up because they wanted
Bust
to, and
that
Saquon
thing.
wouldn't let you do it. But jumping over a guy backwards is insane. And I know a lot of people have said they've never seen this before because not a lot of people can do it except Saquon Barkley. This is the legit bust that up when you look at film and you realize what Saquon did to you.
Yeah, so the Detroit Lions are the best offense in the NFC. Penei Sewell is their best player. I mean, I could cut together highlights of him every week that look like what you see there. Opening lanes so large the entire cast of NFL Live could walk through them and pick up 3 yards on the ground. That's how I'm capping us out. David Montgomery picks up more, of course. He is unbelievable right now. What that big man is doing on the right side of that offensive line is insane.
My guy, Dan Casey, wants him for Offensive Player of the Year. How about the Amari DiMercado?
Let's do it.
This run game in Arizona will bust your head open, dude. This is right before the half. The Bears are just playing Tampa 2 with like 10 seconds left. And all of a sudden, DiMercado breaks off a 60-yarder to take this lead from 14-9 to 21-9. The Cardinals' run game bust that up.
And I'm going with Bryce Young. You remember at the start of this season, this team was absolutely blown out by the New Orleans Saints. Eventually, we saw him get benched to now be reinserted into this offense, play last week, but then come out this week and get a win. Be someone that can be clutch in critical situational football moments. And to see the smile on his face and the happiness of his teammates around him, let you know what sort of teammate he's been, but also the player showed up this weekend.
I got to say, I didn't have Bryce Young on Bust That Up at the beginning of the season, but congratulations to him. It really was cool to see.
Watching football helped him.
Yeah, it did. We'll see how that ends up playing out as we go forward. All right, let's read and react, you guys. There's more action we want to get to. This was an absolute beatdown for the Broncos at the hands of the Ravens. More on Lamar being amazing in a bit, but Derrick Henry scored the 100th and 101st rushing touchdowns of his career.
Hall of Fame him.
Passed 1,000 yards on the ground on the season for the 6th time. Now, Lamar Jackson finished with a perfect 158.3 passer rating on Sunday. It's his 4th career game with a perfect passer rating, including the playoffs, tying Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger for the most in NFL history. RC, what did you like about Lamar's performance?
One, everything.
Everything.
I liked it all, but you saw Vance Joseph, especially early on in the game, try to attack him with simulated pressure. Here you're going to see the defensive end drop out, and when he drops out, Lamar is very patient in the pocket. He doesn't rush. He allows Nelson Aguilar to clear behind the linebackers, and then you're going to see again, it's going to be the same sort of simulated pressure. He's going to locate Bateman right off of the line of scrimmage, and they're going to drop. They're going to rush 3 and have a spy on him and drop another backer, and they find another way to get Bateman the football. I love everything that Lamar Jackson did yesterday, but to me it was his recognition, his anticipation, and then his accuracy.
So in control. Let's go to Caleb Williams. He left the Bears game after tweaking his ankle late in the 4th quarter. Their loss to the Cardinals. Coach Matt Eberflus said after the game he was okay, but we'll keep an eye on that. Hey, Williams has struggled with accuracy this season. 24% of his passes have been either over or underthrown. That's the 2nd worst rate in the NFL, in front of only Anthony Richardson. Mina, how did Arizona keep the rookie in check yesterday?
Yeah, the Bears' offensive line has been an issue all year, but I was really impressed by the Cardinals' pass rush in this one, and that was a bigger surprise to me than anything else in this game. Zaven Collins, Jesse Luketa getting pressure with the 4-man rush, but also their blitz package, I thought, was especially effective. Whether the defensive coordinator was sending Budda Baker, who remains incredible, Jalen Thompson, Kaiser Wright, it felt like all of their 5-man pressures were getting home. Now they've traded for Baron Browning, clearly gearing up for a playoff run. These Arizona Cardinals, man, they're spicy.
All right, Arizona. Hey, Dak Prescott was injured. He injured his hamstring, and the Cowboys lost to the Falcons. Reports from Adam Schefter this afternoon point toward the injury keeping the Cowboys quarterback on the sidelines for several weeks. Now, the Cowboys offense has been bad this season. They rank 20th or worse in points per game, yards per play, and efficiency. Only the Giants have scored a touchdown on a lower percentage of their red zone trips this season. Dan, where do we even start with the issues for Dallas?
Sloppy, undisciplined, and poorly coached. Bad spacing and bad details. This is an offense that has been searching for something. Couple things. Number one, watch how poor the spacing is when it comes to that out route and that flat route going to the bottom of your screen. one, they're on top of each other. And then two, there's no horizontal displacement. One guy can cover both. That is poor spacing when it comes to your pass game. That's not on the quarterback. Number two, it's 3rd and 1. The back's rolling horizontally. His shoulders are horizontal, not parallel to line of scrimmage. If their shoulders were square, there's a hole there to go get that first down. 4th and 1, let's go jet sweep. I was always taught if there's 2 defenders outside the offensive tackle, do not run that play because you cannot affect both of those guys. For some reason, the Cowboys do on 4th and 1, and there's nothing there for them to do offensively, not enough people to block. This is a bubble screen. The middle slot receiver, Tolbert, he's looking the outside corner, but his responsibility is that nickel defender. I don't understand how that sloppiness, that lack of detail, that what seems to be poor coaching continues to haunt this offensive football team week after week.
I think by your body language, Swagu, that you might have something to say about the way that Sirianni was coaching the game.
Man, hunched.
He gonna cost them a chance to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. And I know Detroit is the favorite. That's clear. We've seen it throughout weeks to week. But and that's the type of snide answer I hate because it went your way. You lose this game, we talking about your job again. And you making decisions for a team with this much talent that literally could have cost them the game. If your talent didn't overcome how egregious of a coaching decisions you made throughout the duration of this game. Nick Sirianni is like a kid that parents leave for vacation and they got no Ring camera and they want to throw a party. And everybody come over for the party and he have an idea in his head that the house is not going to get messed up and everything tow up when they leave. And he realized I don't have enough money to pay people to come fix it. And at some point during the season, we've seen it happen already, but at some point during the season, it's going to be a critical time in the game where 2 or 3 decisions he made earlier puts them in that situation, and Nakobe Dean doesn't get an interception. And that's what I'm scared of with him leading the way.
I would actually agree. I agree with everything you said, but I disagree with one thing. It wasn't the talent of his team that bailed him out. It was the lack of talent or execution by the Jacksonville Jaguars. But to me, that was the way he coached this game. He coached this game like decision-making didn't matter. Like it didn't matter how many points we missed out on because we went for 2, or it didn't matter that we were turning the football over on downs when we had opportunities to get points on bad 4th down decisions and also bad 4th down and 2-point conversion play calls. And when you do that and you're not continuously working to be the best you can possibly be or win games, you'll find yourself missing out on hosting playoff games, which a lot of times can end your butt off at home.
For a second, I thought you were going to say hosting a party without the Ring camera, but I got it. Yeah.
Well, if they have no Ring camera, they just can't see the people pull up to the house.
That's the key. When you up 16-0 and you kick an extra point, nobody on that sideline said, Coach, it's a 3-score game now if we just kick the extra point. Well, I almost cursed. You saw my mouth get ready to say the F word. I'm sorry, y'all.
We're going to move to the positive side of things for Philly. Dan, their offense seemed to click when it mattered most. What's working there?
4 weeks into the season, I did not like this offense. Right now, I love this offense. Number one, they take and make explosives. 38 in the last month. That's most in the NFL. Number two, they're using Saquon like the 49ers use McCaffrey. Not schematically, just philosophically. Just get Saquon Barkley the football. And then 3, I love the fact that quarterback run or zone read or potential quarterback run read is back. Zone reads, it's gone to the pistol more for them. It gets Saquon downhill right now. Yeah. And so the triple team inside's the big deal, and he's reading that defensive end. That gets Saquon going at the defense. I love this counter bash from them. Motion the back, it's man coverage. As the back goes, so does the backer. You pull the backside guarded tackle. He reads that defensive end. That defensive end is upfield. That means Jalen Hurts keeps it. Look at the this looks like 2022 run game for this Philadelphia Eagles offense. I love the wrinkle. Just the wrinkle of putting Saquon in the pistol for their zone read. And then I love the different ways that they're getting into their, at least, option quarterback run. And for me, I love this offense in Philadelphia right now. What a change from the first month.
Yeah, they're trying a lot of different things, which is cool to see. While we're talking about things we love, Devontae Smith. I mean, good Lord. I don't know if it's because he's the closest thing I'll ever have to an avatar on the football field, but he was unbelievable in this game. We showed the one-handed catch in the end zone. I want to look at this. First of all, it's under center shot play action, which I love. So in real time, I'm watching this, and I'm wondering, why is Andre Sisco taking a step in the wrong direction off Devontae Smith going off of the deep post? Look at the subtleness of the step he puts on him. It happens so fast, you don't even see it. You don't even notice it because he doesn't break stride. In fact, he accelerates coming out of it, allowing him to separate from the defender. It's those little nuances to his game that you see on tape, and I mean, gosh, he's the number 2 in this offense, guys, but you see why having that kind of depth is such an advantage for Philadelphia.